You're putting the chips in the people's right hands already, but you're going to do it on a wide scale. And after that, it's it. The most I can do, he can come down and he can do what he wants. Because he can finish the deal because he's subject to his own prophecies. All the prophecies got to come to pass before the Most High, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, does what he has to do. He's subject unto his own prophecies, all right?
Yeah, because Elder Torah made a crucial statement. He said it's all about Israel. Well, found here in Psalm 83 and 4, it says they have said, "Come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance." And basically that's what they tried to do, but as you can see, they have failed miserably.
That's right. All right, go ahead.
It says, this is 2 Kings 17 and 8, "And walked in the statutes of the heathen, whom the Lord cast out from before the children of Israel, and of the kings of Israel, which they had made. And the children of Israel did secretly those things that were not right against the Lord their power. And they built them high places in all their cities, from the tower of the watchman to the fenced cities. And they set them up images and groves in every high hill and under every green tree. And there they burnt incense in the all the high places, as did the heathen from the Lord, whom the Lord carried away before them, and wrought wicked things to provoke the Lord to anger. For they served idols, whereof the Lord had said unto them, You shall not do this thing."
Now go from there immediately to Ezekiel, the 37th chapter, and start from the 5th verse. All right, go ahead.
Ezekiel chapter 37, verse 5. "Thus saith the Lord power unto these bones. Behold, I will cause breath to enter unto you."
To get the full understanding, you can go from the very first verse, but you can read that at home, all right? I just want to get more to the point. Go ahead.
"Thus saith the Lord power unto these bones. Behold, I will cause breath to enter into you, and you shall...
That's this knowledge. Go ahead.
"And you shall live. And I will lay sinews upon you, and will bring up flesh upon you, and cover you with skin. And put breath..."
That skin is your nationality. Go ahead.
"And put breath in you."
And the sinews that bring the joints to the bones together, that's the tribes coming back together. Go ahead.
"And put breath in you, and you shall live, and you shall know that I am the Lord. So I prophesied as I was commanded. And as I prophesied, there was a noise, and behold, a shaking, and the bones came together."
And the bones is coming together. That's why Farrakhan's doing that thing on Who's the Children of Israel. Because the bones is coming together. Go ahead.
"Bone to his bone. And when I beheld, lo, the sinews and the flesh came up upon them, and the skin covered them above, but there was no breath in them. Then said he..."
Because Israel as a whole haven't received this knowledge. Go ahead.
Then said he,
as of yet. Go ahead.
"Then said he unto me, Prophesy unto the wind. Prophesy, son of man, and say to the wind, Thus saith the Lord power, Come from the four winds, O breath, and breathe upon these slain, that they may live. So I prophesied," "So I prophesied as he commanded me, and the breath came into them, and they lived and stood up upon their feet, an exceeding great army. Then said he unto me, Son of man, these bones are the whole house of Israel. Behold, they say, Our bones are dried, and our hope is lost. We are cut off from our for our parts. Therefore prophesy and say unto them, Thus saith the Lord power, Behold, O my people, I will open your graves, and cause you to come up out of your graves, and bring you into the land of Israel. And you shall know that I am the Lord, when I have opened your graves, O my people, and brought you up out of your graves. And you shall and shall put my spirit in you, and you shall live, and I shall place you in your own land. Then shall you know that I the Lord, have spoken it and performed it, saith the Lord. The word of the Lord came again unto me, saying, Moreover, thou son of man, take thee one stick, and write upon it for Judah, and for the children of Israel his companion. Then take another stick, and write upon it for Joseph, the stick of Ephraim, and for all the house of Israel his companion. And join them one to another into one stick, and they shall become one in thine hand.
So that's we can go back to where we left off. So that's Israel. That's the fulfillment of Israel coming back together. All the tribes coming back together. Go ahead.
2 Kings 17 and 12. "For they served idols, wherefore the Lord has said unto them, You shall not do this thing. Yet the Lord testified against Israel and against Judah by all the prophets and by all the seers, saying, Turn ye from your evil ways, and keep my commandments and my statutes, according to all the law which I commanded your fathers, and which I sent to you by my servants the prophets. Notwithstanding, they would not hear, but hardened their necks, like to the neck of their fathers, that did not believe in the Lord their power. And they rejected his statutes and his covenants. That verse 15. Okay, verse 20. And the Lord rejected all the seed of Israel, and afflicted them, and delivered them into the hand of spoilers, until he had cast them out of his sight. For he rent Israel from the house of David, and they made Jeroboam the son of Nebat king. And Jeroboam drave Israel from following the Lord, and made them sin a great sin. For the children of Israel walked in all the sins of Jeroboam which he did, they departed not from them, until the Lord removed Israel out of his sight, as he had said by all his servants the prophets. So was Israel carried away out of their own land to Assyria unto this day. And the king of Assyria brought men from Babylon, and from Cutha, and from Ava, and from Sepharvaim, and placed them in the cities of Samaria instead of the children of Israel.
That's why you got them people over there in Ethiopia, and them Sephardic Jews, and them different Arab Jews, and them Edomites, all trying to call themselves Jews, because going back around 700 BC, you actually had heathens in our land, and they were teaching each other that they were the people of Israel. If you go to St. John, which we're not going to do, if you go to St. John, the 4th chapter, and it tells you about the Samaritan woman at the well, the Lord cursed her out, because he said, you know not what you worshiping, because salvation is of the Jews. He said the hour is going to come where the true worshipers shall worship. All right? So she wasn't a Jew, even though, and then she said, oh, our fathers. Like her line came back, like her line goes back to Jacob. So these people are so messed up in their mind that they've been into this truth, so to speak, but they're not the people. They've been into this so long that they actually started teaching that their line goes back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Go ahead.
And they possessed Samaria and dwelt in the cities thereof.
Yeah, that's it on that. Now, let's go to the Apocrypha. All right, go ahead.
2 Ezra chapter 13, verse 39. And whereas thou sawest that he gathered another peaceable multitude unto him, those are the 10 tribes which are carried away prisoners out of their own land in the time of Hosea the king. Now,
go right to the word. Go right to like the first verse, so it'll tell you that this links up with the Apocrypha.
2 Kings 17:1. In the 12th year of Ahaz, king of Judah, began Hosea the son of Elah to reign in Samaria over.
Hosea. Now let's go back to the Apocrypha.
It says, those are the 10 tribes which are carried away prisoners out of their own land in the time of Hosea the king.
Right, Hosea. Now the word Hosea simply means Hawashai. The word Hawashai is the same word for Joshua, because he was known as Hawashai, and it was Moses that called him Yahawashai. And the word Hawashai means deliverer. And if you put the Yah, that's he. If you've been keeping up with the classes that the brother's been putting together about the Hebrew, all right, this brother did a class on daily motion, and he was telling you how the Yah in the front of a word makes it he. So if you got Hawashai, deliverer, and you put the Yah in the front of it, it makes him he, deliverer. So Joshua, deliverer, was named by Moses to be he's the deliverer, because he was the one that took him into the promised land. Okay? Go ahead.
In the time of Hosea the king, whom Shalmaneser, the king of Assyria, led away captive, and he carried them over the waters, and so came they into another land. But they took this counsel.
The other land was Assyria. They didn't go to America yet. Go ahead.
But they took this counsel among themselves, that they would leave the multitude of the heathen and go forth into a further country.
So all that nonsense about the heathen can make it is bullshit, because they said we want to get away from the heathen, and the word heathen over here is talking about other nations. In this case, it's talking about the Assyrians. Go ahead.
and go forth into a further country. With
That further country we read about with King Solomon's navy, that there was a cycle of every 3 years that he had gold, apes, peacocks, and so forth coming back to Solomon once every 3 years. Go ahead.
where never mankind